Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Pre-Medical Anthology Podcast. I'm Ida.
I'm Tim.
I'm Jenny.
And we're here with...
My name's Abhi.
And tell us a little bit about yourself before we get into this.
I am an M1 here at UIC Med. I'm in my second block, so pathology, bugs, and drugs. I'm also a graduate of UIC's Biomedical Engineering College, and I'm a researcher here at Illinois Ioneer Infirmary, where I do corneal neurobiology research.
Wow.
Yeah.
Congratulations on making it this far.
Thank you.
Hopefully there's many more years for you in the future.
Hopefully.
We believe in you.
Thank you.
Starting off with a hot and burning question. What do you think is the best fast food burger?
It's got to be the Culver's double butter burger with cheese.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sorry.
Good. Oh, you don't like that? No.
What?
Grow up.
Why?
I can't. It's so nasty.
Grow up.
What do you mean? I can do their cheese curds and stuff. I can't do a butter burger.
But what gives that burger an edge over other burgers?
It's like kind of expensive low key because it's like $10, but it's like nice to have once in a while. A little more premium than like a Wendy's burger or something like that.
That's fair.
It's just the experience of going to Culver's.
Yeah.
Culver's is a magical place. I agree with that.
Do you get any sides with the burger?
It's got to be the cheese curds.
The cheese curds?
And then I get sweet tea for my drink.
Have you tried their new hot honey cheese curds?
No, I haven't been to Culver's in like a couple months, but I gotta go back soon.
Yeah. It's on my bucket list as well.
What do you get from Culver's?
I get the I'm gonna sound like a hypocrite, but I get the butter burger with cheese curds.
Okay.
But I'm not going to Culver's. Like if I'm going, I'll get that, or I get the root beer float. It's really good.
I
I
tried
can
the float.
understand that.
Root
Yeah.
beer float is really.
What about you, Jane?
I always get the chicken tenders and I split it.
What sauce?
Barbecue?
Okay.
Ketchup?
So many hot takes here.
That's fair.
You don't like that? What about you?
Where are you going instead? If you're only getting cheese curds from,
What do you mean? I got chicken tenders.
or yeah, chicken tenders. If you're like, where are you going for a burger?
Ooh. Shake Shack?
Okay,
Wow,
Shake
so
Shack. Shake Shack is elite. You
Yeah.
can't
Right?
lie.
Very bougie burger.
No, if it's $10, that's like about the same.
Okay, I guess so. But it's like for the amount. You know?
But Shake Shack is also really filling.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Big
I
bag.
was there like Saturday actually.
Really? Did you share the truffle burger?
No, I don't got the money for that.
All right. So what do you enjoy?
What?
what do you like to do in your free time?
I like to drop microphones. But
We can see that.
yeah, in my free time, I play a lot of chess. I like video games, but I play them less so now. I grow plants. But other than that, I don't really do much. You know, I just sit around. But I guess I also play guitar. And yeah, that's about it.
So of those many hobbies, like after a long day in the lab and you come home, what is your like, this is what I'm gonna do to like blow off steam?
Sleep.
Oh, besides that.
I guess I like to sit down and just like watch TV. You know, I feel like I don't have any like really go-to hobbies. Well, I guess yeah. I do also solve Rubik's cubes. I used to be competitive back in the day.
Wow.
Yeah. I had like an unofficial world record at one point.
Oh,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
hello?
Yeah.
That's it.
Unofficial. I mean, there was no video, but I had the fastest solve in the world. Yeah.
What was the time?
It was like, it wasn't the regular one, so it was like 0.89 seconds.
What do you mean not regular one?
So like
what-
there's like the 3x3 and the 2x2,
Yeah.
but then there's also like the pyramid one and then
Yeah.
some other shape ones.
So which one is your 0.89 second?
The pyramid one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait, that's crazy. How do you even do it that fast?
It's just muscle memory.
Wow. Do you think you still got it or no?
Not for the pyramid one. Oh, 3x3 PR 7.
Seconds.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
I just broke my 4x4 PR actually. I just hit 39 flat.
Wow.
Yeah.
So do you still like go back and time yourself doing it?
Yeah, no, that's I do that to like relax sometimes too.
Interesting. That
Yeah.
kind of stressed me out. Like, give me like.
Yeah, I just turn my brain off, you know.
Okay.
I just let the muscle memory take over. It's nice.
Coming from somebody that's never been able to actually solve a Rubik's Cube, that's very impressive. That's actually like takes a lot of like drive and passion to do. Wow.
Yeah, so this is kind of jumping into it, but you said you were an M1 student, right?
Yeah.
So how was that transition from undergrad to med school?
So, I guess I should preface this with some context. You guys might know a little bit of how I got to med school, but I guess maybe not the full story. I did my undergrad here at UIC in engineering, right? Biomedical engineering, specialized in neural engineering. I did undergrad in 2 years, so I came in with a lot of credits and then finished my last 2 semesters, or my second and third semester I overloaded, so I was like used to like the course load.
Yeah.
And I think the translation to med school is like it's about 21 hours the first semester, or like we do a block schedule, and so every 6 to 8 weeks we'll switch like classes, right? So like the first one was like what homeostasis looks like across the body, so like genetics, hematology, biochemistry, and all that stuff. And now we're on to pathogenesis, so like bugs and drugs. And like the course like load is a lot, but anyone who tells you that like, and this might not be what your advisors tell you, but anyone who tells you that you're never gonna have any time in med school is completely lying. I might be a bad example of a successful med student, but I never go to class unless it's mandatory. I don't really like use Anki daily. Like, you know, there are people who are like doing like 2,000 Anki cards a day. I relate to that at some point, but like I don't like go out of my way to do Anki. Like I use it for like exam review, and that's like once every 6 weeks. So it like the workload is pretty similar to like what I experienced in like the height of undergrad, but that's also because I was doing too much.
Yeah. So is this like a set of classes that every M1 student is taking, so you guys are all in like the same boat?
Yeah, so there's 186 of us, I think, on the Chicago campus, and then we also have the Peoria and Rockford satellite campuses. All of us are doing the same class, same time. Well, maybe not the exact same time, but like the same timeline. And then sometimes we'll have like tri-campus Zooms where we'll have like the same like block class. So like our pathogenesis stuff will be like synced. Then we also have 2 other main classes. We have docs, which is doctoring and clinical skills. That's where we get our like hands-on training and you know, working with the physical exam, how to actually talk to patients, build rapport, and all that. And then we also have something called medical colloquia, which is like every other week or something we'll have like a conversation or a seminar for like 2 hours about some emerging topic in like medical fields or stuff like that. Like for example, we had one on medical aid in dying, which some people refer to as physician-assisted suicide, but it's actually a completely like separate topic, you know. And so we get to like learn about niche topics like that, or sometimes they'll have like skills labs for us. Less common for those. And then we also have this synthesis class, which is like basically wrapping up a block and then tying it to like how you're gonna end up practicing medicine, or like how you're gonna end up being a student for like your like step 1, step 2 journey, your USMLE like stuff. At the end of this block, we have to take an MBME mock exam. It's the National Board of Medical Examiners. It's basically like step 1, but fake and also condensed to only the information you've learned. So it's really straightforward. Everyone's on the same boat, unless you're in like a concentration But even then, it's like you only get like one extra class. Like for me, I'm in the Innovation in Medicine program, which is a joint program between the College of Medicine here and then the College of Engineering on East Campus, where we work with undergrad students to build medical devices or find innovations in healthcare delivery.
Wow. That's really a lot of information. I'm sure you're learning a lot throughout this process. Do you think that like obviously you said you took undergrad in 2 years, and then you just did you go straight into med school?
I did go straight, yeah.
Do you think is there anything that you lost out on, or like do you feel like having like speed ran through that like undergrad education, are there like cons to it? Because I'm sure there are pros.
What I will say is I take my experience as an edge case. I would not recommend it to like anyone. One of the main reasons I did it in 2 years was because I'm paying for college out of pocket for myself. Like I'm financing my own education, undergrad, med school, whatever may come after.
Right, and that saves a lot of money.
Yeah, I saved almost like $60,000 doing it, and so like I was happy to do that. But also like I came in with the credits, you know. So like high school, I graduated high school with a little more than an associate's degree, and all of that, like every single credit transferred to UIC for my major, and so I was happy about that. And there were like semesters, like my second and third one, where I like did more than I needed to, but like I still felt like I had a good time in college. But to anyone who's like actually considering that, I gotta tell them like vehemently, do not do this. Like take time. Like the whole point of growing up is to have fun and figure out what works for you. This just happened to work for me. You know, like don't take it as an example. Like, oh, like if somebody else did it, you can do it too. I mean, by all means you could, but figure it out if that's actually what you want. You know, like everyone wants to get to medical school if you're a pre-med, obviously, and it's nice to see people with like niche or strange stories get in, but you got to make your own. You know, you'll get there, you'll have fun. You know, being a doctor or whatever, you'll be satisfied, but have fun now too. Figure out what works.
What do you think, like, if finances weren't an issue, what do you think like the best course would have been for you? Like your ideal plan to get there?
It's not even so much the finances were an issue, it was just like an added benefit for me. I mean, I still would have been happy doing this. The only thing I maybe would have considered would be doing like a master's or something like that in engineering, or maybe even working in industry, just because I do enjoy working in like an engineering field. I really enjoy like design, but I get a lot of that through the IMED program. And then UIC also has an MD plus an MS in biomedical engineering program, which I'm strongly considering.
What's like the end goal for you then?
So my goal right now is to match into ophthalmology. You know, as an M1, it is kind of early to say that, but I've kind of established myself as a researcher here at Illinois Eye and Ear. I actually just got my third paper out, submitted to Ocular Service. Yeah, it's very fun stuff. I work in, I mentioned earlier, corneal nerve regeneration and wound healing. But yeah, I want to match into ophthalmology, hopefully go into like retina subspecialty surgically. But then also I want to work as a consultant for like engineering firms. I'm really passionate about introducing maybe not smart enabled tech, but at least or like AI enabled tech, but maybe machine learning or deep learning models into prosthetics. One of my fields of interest is the use of multipolar retinal electrode arrays to restore vision. Right now they're only doing in silico models, but hopefully one day they'll be in vitro and in vivo models. that is what I think is the future.
I volunteer as tribute. Fix my eyesight, please.
What is your take on AI in relation to healthcare and like the healthcare field? Like, do you think that like a lot of people have concerns about AI replacing their jobs? Do you think that your career or like the careers of physicians are at risk?
If you think AI is going to take your job, it will take your job. But the way I see it is, what's going to separate, the best people in each field is not how much their job is impacted by AI, but how much they use AI to impact their work. So basically, who can use AI the best to their advantage. And it's not really so much, at least in my eyes, as like scope creep from like a more technologically advanced world, but rather we're going to have more tools available at our disposal as physicians and healthcare allies. Me personally, though, I'm not a fan of AI.
You're not?
Just because I don't like machines.
Wow,
Really?
that's a hot
So
take from an
interesting,
engineer.
yeah.
Or like something that like computers having a mind of their own,
Oh, okay.
very
Mm.
sci-fi.
Do you think that's something that we'll see in the future?
I hope not.
Do you think?
Oh yeah,
Or no, like,
I mean it's bound to happen, but
do you think that's the end of humanity?
I don't think it's the end of humanity. But it's something's gonna change. Maybe life will start looking like WALL-E. Maybe.
I haven't watched that movie in so
Yeah.
long. That just unlocked the memory.
Yeah. Let's hope not, though.
What are your guys' thoughts on AI?
I mean, like, I feel like the common consensus is that it's a tool and has to be used with caution, right? I think just don't let it get out of hand. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a tool. I think a big thing that, like, my dad kind of envisioned for me, like, coming into undergrad, or like just college, is just like really learning how to utilize AI for like the benefit of medicine. And then also, like, what's funny is that, like, what you were saying about like AI having emotions and stuff, like my mom was telling me about like a new friend that she made, and there was like this like AI app that she got, and it's like it's kind of crazy, and it kind of like creeped me out because it reminded me of the movie like Her. I don't know if you've heard of it before, but yeah, it's about like a guy that has an AI friend, and then, I mean, I don't know, it's whack, but
Have you seen those AI like relationships?
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
it's scary stuff, man.
Yeah, but I think it's best to just be able to utilize it well. for
Yeah.
your own advantage.
I agree.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on AI art? Do you think it's real art? Do you think AI artists are real artists?
No.
Okay.
But I like using like ChatGPT to generate images for like playlists and stuff, because
Oh, that's
yeah,
cool.
I make them like album covers and stuff like that.
So are you an AI artist?
I wouldn't consider myself that.
Okay. What do you think delineates like
Claiming it as
You-
your own.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
They're claiming it as, hey, this is a work of art, like I feel like art implies labor, and effort. It's not effort on your part. if
What
an
about
AI
like
makes
brain
it.
labor? Like you have those videos of like the cats, like the AI cat videos, and they're like go through some crazy storyline, and they had to like they had to come up with that entire thing. Like I feel like that's a lot of work.
I feel like how much of that is actually done on an individual's part, but who am I to say?
They dreamed it up, and then they made it, and then they posted it. Like I think that's a artist.
To each their own, I guess. I won't claim it.
Why are you guys laughing?
I don't know. Sorry, it just the cat reference was just threw me off a lot.
Are you on TikTok a lot?
Unfortunately, but I have like a site or like a cyclic issue with it. Like I'll delete it and be fine and like be great, but then somebody will send me a TikTok and I'll like not have the app or something like that,
Oh, and you have to get it again.
and then I fold.
You know you can open it in Safari.
Yeah, but then it's harder.
No,
Yeah.
it's like it pops up too many things asking you to log in, too many things asking you to do this.
Press the
I don't
X.
have time for all that.
So you have time to go re-download that.
Yeah.
What is your TikTok for you page like?
Right now it's a lot of political stuff.
Fair.
Political stuff, environment, conservation stuff, and then some brain rot, and then also just like house tours in like Japan or like Michigan.
What's your favorite location house tours to like? You see the location, you're like, oh my god, I'm so excited.
I'm big on moving to potentially the Pacific Northwest, like Oregon,
Ooh.
Washington.
It's actually very. I could see you there.
Yeah, I want to practice rural medicine. Yeah, like especially for medically underserved areas, bringing tech and like advanced eye care at a low cost to populations where reversible blindness is really a bigger issue.
Where did your heart for that community kind of form?
I sold a guy a TV at Best Buy.
Oh,
Yeah. I remember, and this is like one of my funniest stories. Or like this is like the whole bit that I have.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
I was in my first semester of senior year of high school, right? And I had just applied to like all these colleges.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I'm super hyped. I'm gonna get into like some like Ivy League college or something. Because like I was like, oh yeah, I got the stats for it, right? Because I did good in high school, you know, enough to like graduate with an associate's degree. And I was like, yeah, I'm definitely gonna get in. And I'm working at Best Buy at the time. Yeah. And the day that I was working there in particular was the day I got rejected from my dream school. And so like I got rejected from Northwestern. I applied their early decision. I was like, man, I'm gonna get into Northwestern. I see the letter. Damn.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, put on my Best Buy shirt and go to work in the warehouse. And I'm like heartbroken, man.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there, and then I see this guy in scrubs walk in, and like I knew I was pre-med at this point, but I also wanted to be like an emergency medicine or like trauma surgery doctor at this point. And I was like, yeah, this is like the only thing I want to do. And this guy in scrubs walks in, and I see like outside he's got a Nissan 370Z in red, which is like my dream car at the time.
Yeah.
Like the Nismo model too. I was like, dang, this guy's really got it.
Yeah.
And so he walks in, goes to the TV section, and like I work in warehouse, so I'm like not sales or anything. And I go up to him, I like try chatting him up. I'm like, can I help you? Start acting like a salesman.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, is Leslie here? And Leslie was like some salesperson that had helped him before. And I was like, oh no, she's not here. I can help you though. Start chatting him up, you know, find the exact TV he wants.
Yeah.
And then I slip in like, oh, you're wearing scrubs. What kind of doctor are you? And he's like, oh, I'm an ophthalmologist. In my head, I'm like, I can't even spell ophthalmology. And like eyes are disgusting, you know? Like who would want to work in like a field like that? And he was like asking me about like what I do or what I'm interested in, because I had expressed some interest in medicine. And I was like, do you do shadowing? And he was like, I have an internship that some med students and like IMGs apply to. I take like one person in every summer, and then like they work like 50 hours a week for like 10 weeks in clinic, and like doing like helping out with like procedures and like maybe going to the OR if they're lucky. But then at the end of like the internship, they do like a grand round style presentation in front of the staff about some condition or like a patient, and then talk about what the patient presentation was, the etiology of the disease, the diagnosis criteria, management, and then outlook, right? And so I was like, oh, that sounds really cool. Can I get your email? He's like, yeah. I write the email down, and then within the next week, I had lost the email address because my phone started like glitching and I lost my notes. I was losing my mind, bro. I was like, this one chance I got. And because I also didn't mention this, but like I'm like first gen to go past high school. My parents are like immigrants. My mom works as an esthetician and my dad works in a factory. So like I'm like the first person. I'm the oldest of my siblings, and like I'm the first to go to college, first to graduate, you know, all that. So I had like no resources, and I tell this guy this TV, lose his email, and I'm freaking out.
Yeah.
And like I don't think much of it after a while, but I was like upset initially. My last day of working at Best Buy, he comes back in. I'm like, bro, please, just give me like your email address one more time. And he's like, oh yeah, no worries. Just send me your resume when you get a chance, and then send me like 2 references. So I sent my AP Bio teacher and my anatomy teacher's email addresses, and they had like a conversation. And then a couple days before graduating high school, he gives me a call and he's like, hey, if you want the internship, it's yours. I'm like, bet. Anyway, 2 weeks later, I'm in his clinic for the first time, and he's like, you want to see something cool? And I'm like, bet. He walks into a room, the patient is like sitting like this. I don't know that they're anesthetized, but their eye was anesthetized. And he does some like sleight of hand magic trick and like pulls out a needle. And then like 2 seconds later, the needle is in the patient's eye. like in the vitreous, because he was injecting anti-VEGF medication. And the next second it was out, I was like, what just happened? He was like, here's the drug's name, look it up. Within an hour, I want you to tell me the whole like process. I was hooked from there. And you know, I spent like, it was 50 hours a week for 10 weeks, right?
Yeah.
And so every single chance I got to like learn something new, I was there, you know, I was reading, I was you know, working with as many patients as possible. At first it was like shadowing, you know, like he was like, you're not working with patients until I think you're ready. And so I was shadowing some technicians, you know, figuring out the whole workflow things, while also learning about disease pathology, pharmacology, what it actually looks like, but then also picking up on what I thought and what the school actually considers to be more important things. Building patient rapport, you know, establishing trust, communication, all that stuff. And so I started working with patients, you know, and the expectation was for me to work with like 5 patients a day at like the high end, right? And he would see like 50 patients a day. High volume practice. He was the only physician. He had an optometrist associate. She would get like 6 patients a day. And they'd either be like refractions, like get your vision checked, or like some like low-key glaucoma exam, like a pressure check. Yeah. I was doing like 5 patients a day by the end of my first week. Oh, wow. And I like upped it to like 15 at one point. So like I was seeing like a third of his patient load per day, and there was like 4 or 5 technicians on staff at all times. So I was making their lives easier.
Yeah.
I was also in summer school at that point, but that was kind of besides the point. But I had so much fun. You know, it was probably the best experience I've ever had. Yeah.
That's so heartwarming.
So that's and it was in the Joliet area, so it was like a lot of, you know, suburban but also slightly rural. Like people would come like 50-ish miles, like from like Ottawa, to go see him because they had worked with him when he was out practicing there. And they're like, yeah, this guy's the only guy I trust. He like did cataract surgery on my eyes perfectly, and I'm like, he's cool. Yeah, I know. But yeah, I mean, just working with that kind of patient population, seeing like the gratitude that they have. A lot of veterans too, which is why I'm glad UIC is working with the VA. Some of the most grateful patients you'll ever see are veterans, and then also just building longitudinal relationships with patients like you do in ophthalmology is something unmatched.
And then how do you want to integrate like your engineering side of that to like your rural population?
Great question. So like I said that like really podcasty, but I really am passionate about affordable medical devices, something that is, you know, easy to use, like for people who aren't maybe so tech literate, but also impactful. And so one of the areas I can see that being like useful is in management of glaucoma, and you know, just developing some sort of medical device in tandem with an engineering company or working as a consultant with them, to be like, hey, I have this user need, this is what my patient population looks like. I have some ideas, and then handing that off to engineers to do the labor of it all, because I had my tenure doing that. It's not my time anymore. But yeah, just working with companies to innovate and make things easier on the patient end.
All right. Do you guys have any questions? I was gonna ask, as we're finishing up, top 3 tips for eye health going like into the future.
All right. Do not rub your eyes if they're itchy. Go like this.
Underneath.
Yeah, like underneath, or like dab with like a warm towel.
Oh.
That's one of the best ways to get rid of itchiness. Also styes.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely just like maybe not even do this, but like just compress with a warm towel.
Okay, towel.
Every 20 minutes you're looking at a screen, look away for 20 seconds, 20 feet away.
Does that actually work? Because I've heard that a lot.
20-20-20 rule, yeah.
20-20-20 rule for 20/20 vision.
Exactly.
Do you do that?
I do, yeah. No, it works though. It works. And then third, get off your damn phone, bro. like actually, like actually.
Don't call us out like that.
No, like myself included. Just like staring at your phone, text neck.
Yeah.
I mean that also just extends to your neck.
Have you seen it?
Oh yeah, I mean I have it. But yeah, getting off your phone, it's applicable to eye health, but then also to mental health. One of the biggest things. You're gonna be in med school, all of you. You're gonna need all the healthy dopamine you can get. This is not like being addicted to your phone. It's not the way.
Yeah.
Got you. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
We got a lot of things to chew on now.
Yeah.
Good eye health tips. You guys have any last words?
No, thank you for coming on today.
Yeah, it was fun.
Okay, I'm glad. All right, we'll see you guys in our next one.